Hello, I hope all is doing well. Welcome back to my channel, Movie Junkie, where I'm reviewing Dev's House R&B, Messy as Hell. You messy, you messy, you messy as hell. Even though these episodes have been short, I feel like this episode has sent an impactful message about integrity and work ethic. In the house, the two teens are deliberating on who they should send home, and all gloves are coming off because it is getting ugly in these debates. And the insults are flying, honey. It's flying. The green team started off where they left off. Kimberly feeling how she feel about Ashley and AJ. Ashley and AJ feels Kimberly is disrespectful, and AJ feels Kimberly should go home because of plenty of times she said she wanted to go home. AJ feel like she could speed up the process. Why are you here? If you don't want to be here, make it easy for everybody. Go home. Ashley is like, I ain't never said I didn't like you. Kimberly still feel like they both could go home. Ashley reminds Kimberly on why she shouldn't go home. She sings in Dev's house while she goes up the stairs. And I said she sounded beautiful, honey. Ashley's like, I'm not the one to be played with, baby. I will remind you why I'm here, okay? And why she sung up the stairs, okay? I don't know what is going on with these teams, but honey, they is not playing with each other, okay? While on the other hand, you have Amber, okay, crying once again like somebody provided bad news to her, like she lost her puppy or dog or something. The girl is just boo-hooing because she feel like it is not her decision to make that decision for somebody to go home. She feel like, oh, it's not her place to take anything away from somebody. Even though Amber likes to cry a lot, I agree with Amber. It is not her place to say who should go home. That is Miss Dad's place, because she said it's not Amber's house, it's Miss Dev's house. She should be the one to decide. I don't know if you agree with Amber. Yes, Amber could be emotional with her crying, but I actually agree with Amber on this one. And Daisha feel like people are all in their feelings, and Daisha has a nonchalant attitude about her decision, but she already made up her decision. She planning to choose Amber because she's not going to choose herself, okay? And that is very understandable. Audrey consoles Amber and tells her, you have to make these type of decisions in this type of industry, okay? And Audrey expresses what her grandmother had taught her. Sometimes you have to put down a lady and pick up the female dog in you, okay? And I actually agree. Because people would try you. They would try to take advantage of you. And sometimes that niceness is not going to go far. And sometimes you got to bring out the pit bull. Okay? To let people know, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Sometimes you gotta bring out the pit bull. You gotta bring out the dog out in you. The dog out in you. You gotta bring that dog out to let you know. Stop playing with me, son. And I agree with that. I think her grandmother taught her well. If you a parent in this world, or aunt, or you take care of somebody, a kid, let me tell you something. Everybody is a boss in this world. You might not be a boss in a business, but you're a boss in your life. Every day we have to make executive decisions about our life. Sometimes it comes down to the children, your nieces, your spouse, we all make executive decisions, and sometimes we have to snatch things away from people for the greater good. Everything is not meant to be half in life. Everything for you is not meant for you sometimes. Amber is like, I'm gonna eliminate myself. I choose myself. And then Deja like, okay, I'm okay with that. Miss Dad realized the ladies have worked hard, and she is rewarding them with a cooked dinner prepared by a professional chef on her money, on her dime. I'm like, okay, I'm here for that, honey. I am here for somebody paying for my dinner, okay? The ladies all come down to eat dinner. Child, while Miss Kimberly is being the R1 today. Everybody is eating this nice meal, and Miss Kimberly is eating Rice Krispie treats at dinner. I like, is Miss Kimberly okay? Is Kimberly, are you okay? Who eating Rice Krispie treats when you have a cooked dinner in front of you? I want to know how many of y'all would have did what Miss Kimberly did. Prefer to eat Rice Krispie treat instead of the professional cooked meal. And I'm like, Kimberly is acting like a child. And I said, all these contestants is taking turns. When one contestant act out, then is like the next contestant act out. What is going on? It's like they turning and taking turns misbehaving. There is such children behavior going on here. I like, even Jesus sat down with his enemies and broke bread with them at the Last Supper, okay? You ate no different from Jesus, okay? I would have ate that meal and had a good time on Miss Deb Dime, all right? Not me protesting at the table with Rice Krispie treats. I'm like, what was the point of that? Why did even Miss Kimberly come down to the table if she wasn't going to eat the food? She could have ate Rice Krispie treats in her room, basically. Why even come down to the table? And I'm with Deja. The Rice Krispie treats was so freaking loud. Why was it so freaking loud like that? I like, but they had a mic inside the rapper. It sounded like a raccoon ramming through trash. That was crazy. But I'm definitely not above breaking bread with my enemies, especially on somebody else's dime. Okay, not me, baby. I'm gonna eat on your dime for sure. And then when Deja said, "Why you so loud?" Kimmy was like, "I'm out of this. I don't got time for this BS." And she left and went upstairs. So Miss Deb comes into the house, and then the ladies are sitting in the living room, and Kimberly actually comes down, and then Miss Deb asks her what is going on, because she said she could feel the tension in the house. And Kimberly, I like her because she's not afraid to speak her mind, and she's like, I don't got time, I could go home because I don't got time for this foolishness. And Miss Deb felt some kind of way. She's like, foolishness? What you talking about? Because I don't do foolishness. By her saying that, she think. Because Miss Deb felt like she don't create foolishness. So they going to get down to the bottom of this to see what is going on in the house. And Miss Deb tells Kimberly to stop letting people get in her head. And Miss Deb goes around the room and asks who should go home. Amber says nobody. Deja says Amber should go home. And Audrey picks Deja to go home. And I'm like, wow, what? Not the purple girl who work well together. Yet she said Deja should go home. I was like, what now? Say, what now? Again? That's crazy. That's crazy. Because they all work well together. But when Audrey expressed herself about why Deja should go home, it was eye-opening to me, because I don't believe Audrey is lying about what she's saying. Audrey was like, as it dawned on her, Deja should go home because she feel like she lacked enthusiasm and she is not driven to be here if this is her passion to sing. Audrey is telling the truth, because in the last episode, Deja said she was going to miss Tara E because Tara E was the one that woke up Deja early. Because she was sleeping to 11 o'clock. And this is out of the words out of Deja's mouth. If you go back and look at the last episode, she says that out of her own mouth. That's how I know Audrey is not lying. And they show clips of her not being enthusiastic and no energy at all. So I believe Audrey is telling the truth. And she used Beyonce as an example. Beyonce practice. I said everybody is not a Beyonce, first of all. You have to do what's comfortable for you. You can't do what everybody else is doing. You don't know how everybody else got to success. A lot of people have slept to the top. Not saying that Beyonce did that. That's not what I'm saying. Nope. Some people had to do things to get to the top, as take people out to get success. People sacrifice people to get to success. We don't know what people do in reality to be successful. I say stay in your lane and be who you are. And don't worry about how somebody else and how they practice. You focus on what you gotta do and you're practicing, because somebody else's grind doesn't look like your grind doesn't mean they not grinding. Everybody grinds different in life. You have to stick to what's comfortable to what you do. And let me tell you, it shows that by Audrey saying that you think people ain't watching you, they are watching you. And they watching you more closely than you think. And they watching everything you do if you think they're not watching you. And if you love something passionately, you're supposed to give it your all. And you would do it as you doing it as you pleasing God. AJ expresses herself. She said, Kimberly should go home because she kept saying it over and over she want to go home, and she got more experience while she ran about other little people. You got more on your resume. So AJ expresses herself, Kimberly should go home. And Ashley said she ain't never said she didn't like Kimberly. And Ashley was like, I thought we was cool. I don't know where you getting this information from. And then Ashley is like, she thinks she get it from Daisha. And Daisha said, this is not what we gonna do. We ain't gonna do this for the second time. And Ashley thinks it's Daisha that's filling Kimberly head up with nonsense about people not liking her, people being phony, because Kimberly calls Ashley phony. And Ashley like, I'm not. And then in the confession, Kimberly like, Ashley is not the same. I don't believe anything what these people are saying about each other. I don't know. I have not been in the house. But I feel like when they do the confession, they reading off a cue card. I don't know. Is it me or a prompter? It seems like they reading off a prompter. I don't know. It seems like the story is made up about what they saying about each other. I think every lady seem like they are very nice, but I don't know. I didn't live in here. So I like they better than me because I wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. So Miss Dab stops the foolishness, and she's going to get down to the elimination. She said, y'all ain't got to eliminate each other because I'm going to do the choice. And she eliminate Daisha automatically. She said, you messy, period. You messy as hell. You stay in drama. You talk about other people. You need to worry about yourself. That's why she eliminated her. Because she was causing the confusion and the messiness between the people in the house. And Miss Dap felt like when you taking attention of you and putting on other people, you hiding and you lacking something about you. And Daisha's like, she ain't no snitch. I don't know what snitching got to do with anything. I'm sorry. I don't know what that coming from, the snitcher part. I don't know. But Daisha's like, I'm not a snitch. I come from the street just like you. And Miss Dad reminds her, I'm not in the street, baby. That was a long time ago. And we are not those people in the street. That the people in the street seem like they don't live by the code they created in the street. So I don't know. I want to know what went on in the house so bad that Deja didn't want to snitch. And what could she be snitching on? And I don't understand what the hell is going on. I thought this was a competition. So we supposed to be telling on each other who talking about each other? I don't know. It's crazy. It don't make sense to me. And I'm beginning to think they creating foolishness for ratings for the TV show. Cause every time they talk, I feel like they reading off a prompter. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So what you put out in this world, this is what you gonna get back. If you live by the sword, you gonna die by the sword. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. And then she turned around and eliminated AJ. AJ was the saddest part though. Cause when you saw AJ started bawling, crying. Oh my God. I said she looked like a little child. And she went into her room. She didn't say nothing. She just sat by that bed and cried and cried and cried. And this is crazy. Because she got eliminated. But I said people who got eliminated from this show is not the end. This show show you your weakness, where you could grow and where you could learn. And a lot of them said you have not heard from the last of them. So I want to know if when this show ends, are they going to do, where are they now in their life, in their career as singing? I don't know. But that would be good to see. And Miss Dad begins to cry about AJ. That she didn't really want to disappoint her, but hey, sometimes you got to be the bad guy. Can't be the good guy all the time. If Miss Dad was gonna choose who was gonna go home and make that decision herself, why did she have the ladies deliberate who they wanted to send home? I think she did that to reconfirm who she wanted to send home. And by Audrey speaking about Adasia, it confirmed what she thought, who should be sent home. And I think it was just a reconfirmation on who she should send home. That's why she had the ladies. And to see who was going to speak up, who wasn't, who was going to be truthful, who wasn't. So I thought that was very interesting. So the ladies are getting ready and they are talking to one another. Ashley is talking to Audrey, who is helping her with her eyebrows, okay? And her eyebrows look on fleek. Yes, it does, honey. And Kimberly is with Amber talking. They all just talking about feeling how everybody is feeling. And Kimberly is getting help from Amber about her press-on nail, putting glue on her press-on nail. Everybody looked beautiful. I think each and every one of these ladies are beautiful. I don't know them to know if they have a beautiful spirit. I don't know. Only God knows. But they seem like they all okay in their own way. I don't know. So the ladies gets a call and it is Miss Deb and they have a challenge today, honey. They gotta gain tips for order to win. And these ladies don't know what they're gonna do. So they realize when they get to Washington Square Park, they have to sing for tips. I said that's what New York is known for, honey. We are known for street performances, honey. Flipping over 10 people and putting that money in the buckets. We are known for singing in the subway. Yes, we are. We are known for everything. We are known for everything. Only I feel like New York, you will be entertained on your way to go somewhere. Okay? Only in New York. All right? And this is what these ladies have to do. Their challenge is they have to do a street performance. Whoever get the most tits wins the challenge. That's what it's supposed to be. So the ladies get to Times Square and they're very nervous. And it's understandable. Because if I would have had to do this challenge, I would have sent my own self home. First of all, I don't even want to look at the people in New York. Let alone you want me to engage with the people in New York. I would have sent my own self home. I would have tapped out. Yeah. This is too much for me, honey. So the ladies, they nervous, they try to get into the performance. And the ladies tries to sing for people and people's just ignoring them, walking by. And then when Miss Dive arrives, she talks some sense into them. She's like, you have to go get it. You have to grind for it, okay? This is where celebrities have performed at this park. And if you want to win, you have to showcase yourself. And they really did try. They did better than what they shown before, okay? Being more vocal, going up to people and say, could I sing for you? Could I sing for you? And I think Amber did very well. Even though she has autism, high functioning autism, to me, Amber is not afraid to talk to people. And she's very emotional, but she did the best because Miss Deb talked some sense into her. She got into a circle where she stood in a circle with a group of people in a circle and sung and was engaging on herself and lifting her own self up. I'm like, sometimes you have to encourage yourself, honey, because people is not going to encourage you. You have to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? And Amber did that. She sung. She didn't get much. But the most somebody got was Audrey. Audrey got the most, but she didn't win the challenge, though. The golden mic actually went to Amber. And I was shocking, because they say if you win, whoever get the most tips, you supposed to win. But Audrey didn't win. I was shocked. I like say, what? She didn't win. You know why Amber won? It's because she stepped out of her comfort zone. She did something she did not normally do. And she made people like her energy. You know what I'm saying? She created a memorable moment with the people. And I said, She said it's not about money, but it's about memory. I said that is not true. Because you cannot pay your bills with memory. You need C notes. Okay? You need C notes. As a street performer, you have to be aggressive with people in New York. Because we will walk by you and we are rude. Okay? And then you going to have to work hard for the dollar we give you. You're going to have to do some Michael Jackson, some singing, some flipping, and everything just for $1. Just for $1. But at the end of the day, is to bring money home to take care of your family. This is what these street performers do. And I respect street performers. I know that it's not easy to engage with strangers all around the world. And I think that's why Amber won, because she was more connected to people around in the circle and not just limited to one space. And I think this challenge is to say who could be marketable. Can you just be only marketable to one audience, or you could be marketable worldwide? Can you just do a US tour, or can you do a world tour? Can you tour in the US and Europe as well? I think this was this challenge about. Can you be marketable to different audiences? Because that's where the money is. The touring. If we are able to go on tour, can we go on a world tour to different cities, states, and countries? Okay, and bring in that bread. Because at the end of the day, it's about making money. You have to support your family, yourself. How are you doing that if you ain't making money, honey? Okay. Amber gets the golden mic, and she will be going into the finalists. She will be one of the finalists to make it to the end. This episode highlighted that step out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to try something new, because what you might try new might be a blessing unto you. It might change your life for the rest of your life. You don't know if you don't try. Amber is an example of that. Stay true to who you are, because even though Amber is a crybaby, she cries a lot, but she stayed true to her integrity, which is her morals, which she did not want to eliminate anybody, and she thought it was Miss Deb's job, and she spoke up on that. She said, that's not my job, that is your job. And sometimes you have to hold your bosses accountable for doing their job as well, because they gonna want you to do their job, your job, everybody else's job. So speak up for yourself. And that's what I like about Amber. She stuck to her integrity, and she has great work ethic. And when it came down to it, she got in the circle and she did what she had to do. And she motivated herself, even though she cries a lot more than we want to see. Okay? I say stop trying to be like everybody else and be true to who you are. I think you will get further in life like that, in my opinion. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.